Most amazing photo in Australia today. My brother, Wiradjuri man Jonathan Jones, who's supposed to be an artist. He's a very good artist, but he turned himself into an archaeologist after reading Dark Emu. So, you know, that's my grand final. I never played in the one Gus got at uni high. They wouldn't let me. Wasn't good enough. But this is a very important photograph. And you can see it's got a hafting mark here and it crisscrosses. And kangaroo sinew was used to tie a vertical handle onto that stone. And it is so heavy, it's this long, and so heavy you can't use it above your waist for any length of time. So this stone was used between your legs. Now, when Jonathan went to the museum, he asked to go down into the basement, and they had crates and crates and crates of these stones that at that stage were unlabelled. These are bogan picks. These were used to turn the soil. Lieutenant Gray in Western Australia saw turned soil. Sir Thomas Mitchell saw similar fields in New South Wales and Queensland, and tools like that were used. They're unlabelled in most Australian museums today. Jonathan Jones, out of the brilliance of his own mind, has gone and said, I'm going to have a look at them. And he turns this up. I love him. This is Microceras lanceolata. This is, there's a story for this. A lovely, lovely cultural story. Here you got grandma. Here you got the mother. And there you got the child. And when you're harvesting Murnong, you take the child, you leave mother to become the new grandmother, an old grandmother, she passes away. And that's how the story is told of these plants. The middle one has the tooth marks on it of a bush rat, Australian bush rat. And I have real trouble with them in my garden home at Gypsy Point because these animals will walk past strawberries to eat those. That's how good they are. They're a beautiful thing to cook with. And what we're noticing about them now is that after 5 years of growing them, the basal leaves of both Scapigiera and lanceolata are starting to block out weeds. They're crossing paths with each other and they're blocking out the weeds, but also they respond to being tilled. They love you weeding in amongst them. They love you lifting them and taking that tuber because they've been domesticated for this. This is a domesticated plant. It loves human interference because it's been getting it for 80,000 years. Well, I don't know that, 80,000 years. What I do know is that in this year, a midden was eventually examined in Western Victoria, which was so old it had become ossified.